Assalamualaikum and good morning everybody. So today we are going to talk about divisional performance measurement. Now what is divisional performance measurement and why is it important for management accountants to know this particular topic? Well, to put yourself inside a bigger picture, let's say you are the management accountant for a MNC, a multinational company, a gigantic company with thousands of workers, and it has 500 different types of divisions, and we need to actually assess each of the divisions performance so that we can help further improve the company. Okay, so let's dive right into this chapter. First of all, you have to understand that when a gigantic company, when an MNC companies divide itself, it will divide itself into three divisions: a cost center, a profit center, or an investment center. Investment centers are also called strategic business unit. Now, a cost center is extremely self-explanatory simply because it only incurs costs. It has close to zero profit. It has zero profit in fact because it only incurs costs. So let's take a really easy example for this, in which let's take a particular company. And the company has a janitorial department. No, does the janitorial department have any profits to them? No, they only incur costs. Now, a profit center. A profit center is responsible for revenues and profit. Let's take a basic example. Let's take Uniraza as for an example. So, Uniraza has a profit center of BRSBE, TASOG, and CFS, in which that it has revenue and costs. Therefore, it can give profit. So the most important thing about profit centers is that they will incur revenue, they will incur costs, and they will get revenues. And lastly, is strategic business unit, in which that is responsible for the costs, revenues, assets, liabilities, and every single compartment inside the business itself. Now, why is it important for us to divide these three? This simple is so that you can assign a single person to be responsible for every single center. Now let's take this particular cost center is under a particular person, let's say person A. Now if this cost center was incurring too high of a cost, not being extremely efficient, and is simply overall giving high expenses to the company, we can actually give the responsibility and claim all the responsibilities from person AAA, simply because he is responsible for the cost center. So therefore, divisionalization is good for us to give responsibility, knows who and where and when can we claim the responsibility is due to the divisional managers. Now, there are some advantages of a divisionalization. Now, you can say, like, why don't the company just run in its entirety, like just run by itself? Just run in its entirety, just do everything as a single unit, which is possible. However, there are advantages if we were to divide the amount of work. Number one is that it can improve the quality of decision made by divisional managers. Let's say a company has a profit division in Sabah, in Johor, in Klang, in Perak. Now, if we will have one particular person that knows the people there, that is from there and works closely related to the ground, then they can make a better decision than the HQ in Kuala Lumpur. That's the basis of it, in which that a person, the HQ in Kuala Lumpur, will not be able to give a quality decision about something in Sabah, rather than a manager that is in Sabah, that is close related towards the ground, closely related towards everyone there, can give a quality decision. The second part is that it can make the decision to be faster. Now, if we were to give the responsibility of Sabah to the divisional manager of Sabah, then once the information has been circulated around Sabah, and once it has brought up to the divisional manager, the manager can actually make a quick and quality decision based on information gathered. Hence, it can improve and make decision faster. Now, the authority to act improve performance should be to motivate divisional managers. Now, let's say the divisions are separated into states: Sabah, Perak, Sarawak, Johor, Selangor. If we were you yourself as a divisional manager, if we were to see you yourself as a divisional manager, if you were to see Sabah branch doing better than you, if you were to see Sarawak branch doing better than you, if you were to see Johor branch doing better than you, you as a Selangor divisional manager would be so motivated to improve the division so that it will be able to be on par with all the other divisions. So therefore, having divisionalization actually increases efficiency, simply because the division managers would want the best for their divisions. Now, it is divisional organizations frees from top management in which detail to day-to-day operations. This is the same as the quality decision, simply because people in HQ in Kuala Lumpur will not be able to understand the hurdles of the troubles of the division in Sabah. For instance, let's take in Terengganu, people actually work more efficient if we were to give them more flexible hours. However, the people in Perak, if we were to give them more flexible hours, they would laze around on the internet, they would play Facebook and whatnot. Therefore, the people in HQ, the top management, should not be able to affect the divisional management's day-to-day operations, simply because they were closely related to ground and they would know what is happening. Now, E is that they will provide valuable training grounds for future top members of management. Now, if you were a divisional manager, as a top level company management, it is very important to substitute, to actually cater to our top level management. We cannot pick anyone that we like. We cannot just simply pick a random person and say, hey, you've been good, blah blah blah, and I want you to be one of the top management, I want you to be a CFO and whatnot. We cannot do that, simply because we do not know if they have the skills and capabilities to do it. Therefore, what top management can do is that they can actually appoint this particular set of people and appoint them to become the divisional manager. So when they become the divisional manager, they will gain experience by working from top level management and whatnot, giving them the experience managerial skills in a less complex environment, because they are so catered towards one particular division, so that when they go into the top level management, they will be able to handle all the complex decision makings of all the divisions. Now, in a large business organization, the central head office will not have management resources or skill to do. Some of this might be related. Now, there are advantages and there will always be disadvantages. Is that one of the biggest disadvantage is that self-interest segments. Now, as a company, you will have your own missions and long-term visions. However, if you have separate divisional managements with their own agendas and egos, it will be hard to move forward to get the business vision. Therefore, it is very important to balance between decentralized and centralized authority decision making, in which that we need to always make sure that the divisional managers always know and always try to do what's best for the division, while also taking a step forward to make the company's missions and visions come true. The second disadvantage is that the cost of activities may be higher, simply because we have all these divisions. And they all have their own accounting firm, they all have their own HR department, they all have their own payroll department. Having all the separate divisions will actually incur higher costs than having one central head department for all of its divisions. Now, top management, by delegating decision making, may lose control since they are not aware. actually a lot of cases has happened for this, in which that the top management do not even know what's happening with the company, in which that they do not know if the company embezzling money, they do not know if the divisional manager is committing a fraud or doing something illegal, simply because they give too much power for the lower level management. Now let's recap. The advantages are that they can improve quality decision, it can be taken faster, it will motivate division managers to become better, it gives power for the for the divisional management to make decisions, it will provide a valuable training ground, and the disadvantage is that it may create a dysfunctional decision making, in which that they have two heads moving the body. One wants to go right, one wants to go left. The second one is that the cost may be higher simply because you need to have all separate departments. And lastly, top management may lose control out of it. Now let's further on. So responsibility accounting. Responsibility accounting is a term used to describe decentralized of authority with the performance of decentralized units measured in terms of accounting. So therefore, how can we measure the performance? And we'll get this in the next video. Thank you for listening.